I thought we would do a daily feature and focus on one single Elvira product. And I would like to start our first official Elvira product today with one of my prized possessions, Elvira's Nightbrew, a full-bodied dark lager. Elvira was the spokesman for Coors Light for many, many years. The Halloween promotions actually were their busiest time of the year because their sales always increased dramatically. They started having issues with her, though, because they tried to tone down her image. They wanted to cover her cleavage with hair and trying to make her look less sexy. She went to a beer festival and they actually banned her from entering the festival because of inappropriate attire, wearing the outfit she had always wore in every single thing she's ever been in. So they parted ways and she came out with her own beer. It was 1996. Sadly, it was only around for one season. The bottles themselves are beautiful, though. And it's really hard to find. An empty bottle goes for 10 to 15 bucks, and the last 6-pack I saw that was full went for a couple hundred. I, however, will never part with mine. They'll probably have to bury me with it. But it was really hard to find. I saw an article in a magazine where I was working in Florida, and it mentioned that she had her own beer. Because they had hired, I think it was Carmen Electra that year for Coors Light. And I was like, where the hell's Elvira? And so I started calling all of our vendors to see if anyone had any. And no one had heard of it. No one had it. Called every number we had because, we sold beer. No luck. Went home and inspiration struck. And I had her cassette. That's how old we're talking, 96. A cassette from Rhino Records. And I called Rhino Records and managed to give them some BS story, and they gave me the number to Elvira's manager out in California. So I called Elvira's manager, frantically begging him to help me out if he could at all, and he gave me a phone number for the one brewery in Florida, one distributor in Florida that was carrying it. So I called there, and oopsies, it was the direct line to the president of the company, who thought I was a nut job and had no clue how to figure out what I needed. So he passed me along to his secretary, who had a brain. There were 5 stores in the state of Florida that actually had ordered a case. Called all 5 of the stores. First 4, no luck. There was a Food Lion in Tampa that had 1 6-pack left. And I flirted and begged and cajoled and sweet-talked with my little southern drawl and every bit of honey I could muster. And got that girl to say she would hold it for me. And then I drove 3.5 hours across the state of Florida to pick up this 6-pack of beer. Which, all these years later, 21 years later, I still am proud that I got. Because this was long before the internet or being any way to do anything easily. You had to actually put in the work and the research and all that stuff back then. Anyway, that is my Elvira Nightbrew story. And if you're ever lucky enough to find it, I would grab it because it is one of those products that just very seldom turns up. I think most of it probably got drank or bought by collectors. So, anyway, y'all have a great day. Unpleasant dreams.